Well, we are back with you. Thank you so much, Chris, at Marchand Homes.
Yeah, of course.
We're on Angel Court. So we're getting to the really exciting part now.
Yes.
Of the home, the interior.
Yep.
So we're starting to see the finishes. So first question, what are the components that come in after the framing inspection is done? What are the next components?
So we actually do the framing inspection at the same time as the rough-ins as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's a process that happens all together. So once we get the house framed up and get it watertight, we start the rough-ins. We always start with plumbing. They are the most important people to get in because they have to have their grade to make sure everything's running downhill. Followed by HVAC, and then we get electricians in at last. It's a little bit easier for them to run their wires around the other big guys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're talking about HVAC. Of course, we're talking about the
Heat pumps.
Heat pumps and the heat recovery ventilation system.
Exactly.
Yeah. You mentioned about the framing inspection. Now, this is, of course, the city coming in.
Yep.
And why is it that you wait until all the rough-ins are done?
Because with the plumbers coming in and HVAC guys, they end up coming in here and cutting a lot of the wood out in order to, as you can see up there, put their pipes in.
Absolutely.
So there's no sense in getting a framing inspection done before those cuts are made. So they'll come in, get the plumbers to come in, everything will be ready, and then they'll inspect everything all together.
And they make sure that all these cuts have not done anything to the structural component of the house.
Yep, there's codes of what, how big of holes you can cut in certain joists, etc.
Okay.
So then they just, once it's all complete, they come in, do a one-over, and then hopefully move on to the next stage.
A lot of people hear the term engineered systems, engineered floor systems, engineered truss systems.
Yep.
What is an engineered system, and what does it mean compared to the way houses used to be framed?
So, houses back in like the 80s, I think were using 2x8 floor systems.
2x8. 2x8, yeah.
And then, a lot of builders and building code moved up to 2x10. And now we have these engineered floor systems, which you can see here. So it basically has to do with how far of a span we can run the joists. 2x10s, you're only allowed to go up to so far. It's somewhere in the range of 16 feet, maybe a little less. But with the engineered floor systems, you can go further than that. Okay. And with new homes right now where everything wants to be open concept in less walls, that's why these are so important and allows us to do that.
Yeah, and I noticed here too with the framing, you've got the steel I-beams in.
Exactly.
Yeah, because this is quite a span to have this much of an area open.
Exactly, yeah, and we can't do it without these engineered floor systems.
Okay, I see this all the time in new construction. We're at the framing stage. The bathtubs are in.
Yes. Why?
Yeah.
Well, so we need to get them, first of all, in certain areas, there will be on an outside wall. So we need to get the area insulated so that we can get the bathtub in.
Okay.
And that's included in the plumbing rough-in.
Okay,
is seeing that those are hooked up.
And is it partly because of the size of a bathtub too, to try and get like a big one-piece unit through a door?
Yeah, part to do with that, but also it just has to be in for that inspection period as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's an area that, once we get the insulation and drywall up, that part can't be inspected. So it's just tied into that area that they can't see once we get it covered over.
Okay, so see, I always thought it was just because from a size perspective, you can't get these great big units in, but there is definitely
it's a bit of both.
A bit of both.
Yeah.
So we're upstairs here now in the master bath.
Yes.
And I noticed two things. The floor is cut out.
Yep.
Okay. Why is that?
So in this situation, it's a fun shower. So it's going to be fully tiled, and it's all going to be graded and sloped to go down this drain.
Okay.
With the glass panel doors.
All right.
Yep.
And I also noticed that you have spray foam insulation here.
Yes.
So, and this is the only place in the house, and this is a shower. So tell us what's going on here.
Yeah. So it's just because we have this shower on an outside wall, we're not allowed to run our water lines on the outside. So we have a 2x4 false wall on the inside of it that allows us to keep our plumbing out of the outside wall.
Okay.
So the reason we get it spray foamed is because we aren't able to get our insulation and poly behind it and seal it up properly.
Okay.
So if you use spray foam, you don't need to use the poly. So it allows
Okay.
us to skip that step.
Okay, so there won't be another layer here. This is better than
This is it.
This
Yeah.
is it.
We don't need to use the plastic to cover it.
Okay.
Because it's all airtight
Okay.
as it sits.
And of course, and even I know the board, the gyprock that goes on here is different. It's
Exactly.
waterboard.
Yep,
Okay.
waterboard.
Generally, how long from the framing stage once you get that inspection done?
Once we get through the rough-in inspection, 1 week, 2, 3, 4, I would say 2.5 months.
Two and a half to 3 months.
2.5
Okay.
months, 3 months,
Okay,
around
and the
there.
next step I can see is insulation.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Is there an inspection after insulation?
There is. Yeah.
Okay.
So the building inspection is very inspection heavy up until the drywall stage.
Okay.
Because once you get the drywall and everything's covered up, you know, the next inspection after that isn't all the way until the finals.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, because by that time, everything that's hidden behind the drywall needs to be inspected. So once we get the drywall up, you know, we're too far past.
Oh, okay.
Right?
All right,
So,
that's good to know.
yeah.
All right. Well, can we come in at the drywall stage?
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
No problem.
All right. We are going to be back when they have the drywall up, and we're going to ask the same question every time. How much longer now till they can move in?
I'll study.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Chris.
All right, thanks.
Great. Talk to you later.